If you run a $2 to $20 million Shopify brand, you probably have more dashboards than decisions. Shopify tells you what happened. MarginOS tells you what to fix and where to push. Let me show you what that actually looks like so you can see if this deserves to be your default Monday view. If you logged in on a Monday morning, this is the first thing you would see. Up here on the top row are the North Star metrics. The idea is simple. In 5 seconds, you can tell if the machine is healthy or not. So the metrics are LTGP per new customer. So you know the profit, not just revenue, that you are buying. LTGP to CAC. So you can tell if the math works for scaling paid. CAC payback window. So you see how fast cash comes back. Gross profit per order and return adjusted gross margin. So you are not lying to yourself about refunds and shipping. This is the "Are we okay" line. If this row is green, you can sleep. If it starts drifting, you know you have to go hunting. Now, if you are a consumable brand, you will see a retention snapshot right here. On the left are customers due to reorder soon. That is near-term cash you have not asked for yet. Next to it are overdue reorders. That is lifetime gross profit at risk. The goal is you can say something like, "We have $74,000 in gross profit sitting in customers who should be buying again in the next 30 days, and turn that into specific email and SMS plays instead of guessing. If you are not a consumable brand, this section is blank for now. Soon it will simply not show. We do not pretend you have a replenishment problem if you do not. This strip is the margin briefing. It answers one question. What needs my attention today? We cap it at the top 2 or 3 cards so you are not drowning in alerts. If you want to see everything, you click Show All. That opens the notifications drawer with the full feed. Each card is structured the same way. A clear title. For example, ad spend on negative margin SKUs, or stock out risk on hero product. 1 line on what changed, 1 line on why it matters in dollars. And then a recommended move. For example, pause these 3 campaigns, or reduce spend on Google and shift to email and SMS for this SKU. You click a card and we take you straight to the exact product family and channel slice. You are never hunting around the app. You can also screenshot or forward a single card to a channel lead or ops person and they will instantly know what to do. Below that is the profit and inventory matrix. This is the portfolio view. Each row is a product family by channel. Columns show orders in the last 30 days. So you see where volume actually is. Gross profit per order. So you know where you are making or losing money. LTGP per new customer and LTGP to CAC for paid channels. Return rate. So you catch problem products. On-hand units and weeks of cover. And a simple status pill. Healthy. Margin risk. Stock out risk. Returns risk. This is where you make calls like, we should not be scaling this. Gross margin is trash and returns are high. Or, this product is a monster. We have 10 weeks of cover. Let us lean into it. When you click a row, you get context for that specific product family and channel. At the top, you see the same flags that triggered your margin briefing. Under that are the core KPIs for this slice only. Then you have the time series, revenue versus gross profit, orders versus inventory, and returns over time. This is where your team can say, is this a creative problem, an offer problem, or an ops problem? The cards tell you what, this drawer tells you why and what to do. Now let us move to catalog profit. Command Center only works if the margin math is right. This is the page where we clean that up. At the top, we show 3 main things. 1. Missing margins. These are SKUs where cost data is incomplete. Average catalog gross margin, so you know the baseline you are playing with, and high velocity, low yield SKUs. Products that move a lot of units but do not actually make you money. Using the active alerts column, we can zoom straight into the troublemakers. Click a product row and you see 3 familiar tabs. Overview, cost breakdown, and data health. Overview shows orders, gross profit per order, return rate, on-hand units, and weeks of cover. Cost breakdown and data health show exactly which 3PL invoices, shipping fees, and landed COGS are feeding the margin model, and where anything is missing. This is where your team or the brand fixes unmapped 3PL fees, wrong COGS, and missing costs. All this without 5 tools and 3 spreadsheets. Spend 30 to 60 minutes here on the top offenders, and every margin decision you make back in Command Center is built on real landed cost and real refunds, not guesses. Last piece is the plan engine. This is where CMOs and CFOs answer, are we on plan in profit terms? You define a simple product level plan. Units, marketing spend, new customers, revenue, and gross profit. You can plan by product family or by product, by month or by quarter. MarginOS pulls in actuals and shows plan versus actual right here. You can see line by line where you are ahead, where you are behind, and what that means in dollars. No extra target spreadsheet, no stale slide deck. On the right, you also get a context card with rolling 30, 60, and 90-day actuals. That gives you real history to plan from instead of guessing. You can also map specific marketing campaigns like paid search campaigns from Google to individual plan line items. So if you plan to drive a certain amount of gross profit from paid search, you can see if the actual campaign performance is on track for that goal. When you are in the command center deciding where to push or pull spend, you can flip to the plan and say, how does that line up with what we said we would do? And have that entire conversation in one system. If this demo has piqued your interest, we are looking to pilot MarginOS with a small number of brands. The product is free during the pilot as long as you give us honest feedback. If you want to be one of those brands, reach out and mention this demo. We will connect MarginOS to your Shopify, your 3PL, and your ad accounts. Then we will run your first real weekly using MarginOS and show you exactly where money is leaking and where to push. If we cannot find meaningful opportunities, you still walk away with a clean view of your unit economics. If we can, you will see why this becomes your default Monday operating system.